Welcome to 6 Degrees of Separation, or 6 DOS, a networking activity intended to help you experience and understand the processes by which people send messages to those with whom they are indirectly connected through their direct contacts. 6 Degrees of Separation gets its name from the legend that everyone in the world is on average 6 steps away from everyone else. Through this activity, you will learn where to direct your messages to most efficiently reach a desired final destination. Let's start with an example. Consider a scenario where you are trying to get a job at Company A. One good strategy is to reach out to the hiring manager at that Company A. How might your networks help you get to that hiring manager? You don't want to overburden your entire network since people are busy. So, you narrow it down to 2 people in your network, Jim and Sarah, who you believe are likely to help you reach the hiring manager. How do you decide which of them will be most likely to get your name in front of the hiring manager at Company A? Let us suppose you decide to reach out to Sarah. Sarah gets your request and has to decide who in her network is most likely to get to the hiring manager at Company A. She decides to send it to Michael, who decides to send it to Dorothy, who in turn decides to send it to Amir, who sends it to Jacob, and Jacob finally gets it to the hiring manager at Company A. It took a long 6 steps through 5 intermediaries to get to the hiring manager, and it had many chances to stall along the way. Consider how things might have been different if instead of choosing Sarah, you had reached out to Jim in the first place. Jim would forward the message to Carmen, who in turn would get it to the hiring manager. It only took 3 steps and 2 intermediaries, a much greater likelihood of getting to the hiring manager, and getting it there sooner. What does this example tell us about using our network? We all know that it is important to have a good network, but this story tells us that it is even more important to be aware of the networks of folks in our networks. In other words, having high network awareness enables you to make strategic choices about using the networks of your network to accomplish tasks. We are now going to conduct a web-based activity called 6DOS, short for 6 Degrees of Separation, to learn more about leveraging our network awareness. First, visit the 6DOS website to create a user account if you don't have one already. Follow the necessary steps to log in. Type your first name, last name, email address, and password. Please be sure to enter your full first and last name since this is how others will be able to route messages to you. Please also be sure to enter a correct email address. And finally, please make sure you remember your password since you may need to re-log in to participate in the activity again. Then, click Sign Up. Alternatively, you can log in using either your Facebook or Google account if you prefer. Once you log into the system, you'll be asked to enter a session key. You'll receive a session key from your session administrator, which will connect you to the correct session. Enter the key and click Join. Next, you may be asked to answer a series of short questions before clicking Submit to join the game. Select the most appropriate response from the options provided. You will now wait for the remaining players to register for the activity. If you are registering in advance, you can close the browser and reopen it when the activity is about to commence. Once others have registered for the activity, you will be asked to select a limited number of contacts from the menu of participants. You may be provided instructions on what criteria you should use to select those contacts. For instance, you might be asked to choose contacts who you think can best relay your messages to others in the network. Once you have selected your contacts, you will be asked to wait while others select their own contacts. After every participant has selected their contacts, the system will assign you a person who will be the final destination for a message you need to route through your contacts, with each player possessing a predetermined number of contacts, for instance, 2. Based on the information, you'll receive a message that you will be asked to route to a person who is the final destination, which you'll see here. Your goal is to get the message to the final destination via one of your direct contacts as efficiently as possible, through the fewest number of intermediaries and in the shortest time. You can accomplish this by sending it to the contact who you think can best help it get to the final destination. When you open a message, you may see a number next to your contacts' names indicating the number of messages currently waiting in their inbox for them to relay to their contacts. When you receive a message, your assigned final destination is indicated at the top of the message. Below the final destination, you may also see the trail this message has traveled before getting to you. After sending the initial message on its way, keep an eye out in your inbox for messages you will continue to receive from others who chose you as one of their contacts. Your goal is to help get all of these messages to their final destination. You can select any message to read details and to send to one of your contacts. Click on this icon to view messages for which you were the final destination. Here you can see the paths these messages took to get to you. Click on this icon to view the messages you've sent so far. Here you can track the progress they have made towards their designated destinations. After the specified amount of time, in this case 5 minutes, the activity will end. Good luck with this activity. We hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching this user guide. You can learn more about 6DOS here. If you would like to use the 6DOS activity in the future, please contact us at sonic.6dos@northwestern.edu.